Oh, kids, I am so glad you are here. I have a big problem on my hands, okay? Can you help me out? Okay, so I was asked to preach in church this weekend, like tonight and tomorrow. I'm not talking about like kids' church, okay? I'm talking about the big church with the big people. And I'm just a little dude who's used to teaching littler dudes and dudettes. No offense to you kids. This is a big deal. What if I get up there and my mouth goes all dry and like our lips start sticking to our teeth like this, and then I'm like, hey, Jesus loves you. People are gonna think it's ridiculous. Or what if I'm so nervous I get the shakes that I can't stop shaking and I'm like, ah! What if I forget what to say? I don't even know what to say to forget what to say. I don't know, kids. This is too big for me. I don't know if I can do it. What's that? You are correct. Yes, I need to calm down. Take some deep breaths. I'm dizzy now. That's a great idea. You're right. Music always does, kind of bring me down a little bit from these big crisis type situations that I always seem to find myself right in the middle of at least once a week, specifically on Saturday mornings. So, you know what? Yes, let's do some praise and worship music. Are you going to do it with me? All right, let's go.
No, I won't be afraid. You are with me. You are right beside me every day. Even when it feels like everything's going wrong, I can look up to you, God, and find my strength. Your love is up knowing there's a reason. All my dreams come alive. Life is for living with you. I've made my decision. You lift me up, fill my eyes with wonder. Forever young in your love, this freedom's untainted. With you, no moment is wasted. See the sun now bursting through the clouds, black and white, turns to color all around. All is new in the Savior I have found. This is living now. This is living now. You lead the way, guide you right beside me. In your love, I'm complete. There's nothing like living with you. This life you created, I choose. See the sun now bursting through the clouds, black and white, turns to color all around. All is new in the Savior I have found. This is living now. This is living now. You take me higher than I've been before. It's your perfect love that sees me so. God, your freedom is an open door. You are everything I want and see the sun now bursting through the clouds, black and white, turns to color all around. All this new in the Savior I have found. See the sun now bursting through the clouds, black and white, turns to color all around. All this new in the Savior I have found. Oh, this is living now. Oh, this is living now. Yeah, you take me higher than I've been before. It's your perfect love that sees me so. God, your freedom is an open door. You are everything I want and
Welcome back, kids. And you were right, music was definitely a way to calm me down, but you know what? There's a big part of me that's still really nervous about preaching in big church with all those big people because it's such a big deal. But you know what? Our theme for September is brave. And you know, there was someone in the Bible who was really, really brave, even when he was faced with a big situation that involved a really, really big person. Do you want to hear the story? I knew you would. But you know what? I'm going to let our friends Carl and Cassie tell us this story because you know what time it is? That's right. It's Grow TV time.
Holy guacamole.
Welcome to Grow TV. Introducing your host, Carl. And your co-host, Cassie. Where we learn, where we grow, and we talk about Jesus. Once again, welcome to Grow TV.
I can't believe that. He was, and then It was just, wow. And there's-
Hey, Carl.
Cassie, I'm so glad you're here. I have so much to tell you.
Okay, calm down. What happened?
The most glorious thing. Do you remember what we learned about last week?
David becoming king?
Exactly. Well, I just read the next chapter today, and
Really? What happened?
well, the nation of Israel was at war with the Philistines, and David's older brothers were fighting with the Israelite army.
David wasn't fighting?
Nope. He was still just a kid. He was a shepherd, which meant he took care of sheep. I learned that because I'm a genius.
So what did David do next?
Well, he was told to bring food to his brothers, but when he got there, he saw a giant of a man. This giant's name was Goliath.
That's right, I remember his name. He was a Philistine, right?
Correct. And he was a real bad guy. But the thing is, everyone was afraid to fight him, even the king.
I can imagine. What happened next?
Well, get this. David went into the king and told him, I'll fight the giant.
David? The youngest brother? The shepherd boy? That's crazy.
Right? Well, the king said yes, and David went to get ready, but he was so small that the armor didn't even fit him. But David didn't even need armor, because he knew God would protect him.
Wow, that takes a lot of faith.
Sure does. So David walked out in front of Goliath, and Goliath looked at David and started to laugh. But then David said, you come at me with the sword, but I come at you in the name of the Lord Almighty.
So Goliath had a sword? What did David have?
He had 5 stones and a slingshot. He learned to use his slingshot when he had to protect his sheep from bears and lions.
Oh, I see.
So Goliath was on his way to attack David, but David put that stone in the sling and swung it around just like this, released it, and that stone went right in between Goliath's eyes. David walked over, grabbed Goliath's sword, killed Goliath, and he saved all the Israelites.
Whoa, I can't believe that.
Right? The Israelites won.
Well, yeah, but I was thinking something else was even more incredible.
More incredible than Goliath being defeated?
Actually, yeah.
Like what then?
Well, what was David gifted at?
Well, he knew how to throw rocks with a sling.
That's right, he was really good at that. That was his gift, and God used that.
He also knew how to use his brains in battle.
That's right, David was creative and smart. He used what he did know how to do to figure out something he didn't know how to do.
So God used David's gift to defeat the Philistines and to help others.
You got it. And I think it's important that we find out what our gifts are and use them for God.
That's a good idea.
So, do you have any gifts, Carl?
Gifts? Of course I have gifts.
All right, what are they?
Watch and learn. And voila.
Wow, that was really cool.
Thanks. I know. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, sure. So, how do you use those things for God?
What do you mean?
I mean, all of that is great, but if we have talents and gifts and we don't use them for God, what's the point?
I guess I never really thought of it that way.
Yeah, we just can't forget that God is the one who gave us those gifts in the first place. So it's our job to use them for God.
Wow, you're right. I guess I just need to remember that God can use my gifts.
You know what? That sounds a lot like our big idea this week.
You're right. That's our big idea. Today's big idea is a big one.
It's that God can use my gifts.
So on the count of 3, we're all going to say the big idea together. 1, 2, 3. God can use my gifts. You did it. Woohoo! That's good. Today's lesson sure was fun.
It sure was, but I'm kind of bummed
Really? Why?
because I never got to show my gift.
Oh, well, it's not too late. What's your gift?
I can disappear.
Are you serious?
Yep.
You're telling me you can disappear?
Yeah, you want to see?
Yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see you Cassie? Cassie! This isn't funny! Okay. Well, I guess I'll see you guys next week. I have to go find Cassie.
Hey, Carl.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Row TV.
You know, I've heard that story all my life, and it still amazes me. There is no reason that David should have won that fight. No one in their right mind would pick David to even come close to beating Goliath. It would be like if you took a little bitty baby bunny and put it in a fight against a giant grizzly bear. Who would you pick to win that fight? Obviously the bear, right? I mean, the bear's bigger, it's stronger. It just makes sense. Well, the same was true with David and Goliath. Goliath was this really big dude who was really strong, and he was a soldier. He was a trained fighter. David, well, he was little, skinny, and took care of sheep, so not even close to being a fighter. But David had two things going for him that Goliath did not. Number one, David trusted that God would take care of him and protect him. And number two, David knew he had gifts given to him by God that could help him win this fight. Now, when I say gifts, I'm not talking about the presents we give each other at Christmas or the gifts we get on our birthday. These are special abilities and skills that we have that were given to us by God. And David had many skills and abilities, and one of them, his ability to use a slingshot really well, helped him win this fight. And we all have these gifts from God. Some people are really good at music, whether that's playing music or singing. Others are really smart. Others are good at solving puzzles. Some are athletic. Some are good at doing all sorts of different things. Maybe you know what your gift is. Maybe you haven't found out yet, but I promise you, God has given you gifts. And one of the gifts he's given me is being able to speak in front of people and teach them. So I guess I need to trust God to help me speak in big church tonight and tomorrow, huh? But you know what? I probably should still go get prepared for this, huh? Thanks for listening, kids. And as always, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you again soon.